My name is Zara. I am 22 and I live in Kabul. I study at the university. Life here is not easy, but I try to be strong. I remember the day I first met Farhad. It was in the library. He was sitting alone, reading a small book. I walked past and accidentally dropped my notebook. Farhad picked it up and smiled. That smile, it stayed in my heart. We started talking slowly. At first, it was only about classes and books. Then, we laughed at little things. He had a calm voice. His eyes were full of kindness. I felt safe with him. Days passed, and our friendship grew. We shared dreams quietly, without shouting or showing off. I never thought someone could make me feel so peaceful and happy. I liked the way he listened. When I spoke, he looked at me like I was the only person in the world. We often walked together after classes. The city felt smaller when we were together. Kabul, with its noise and dust, felt warm and soft in his presence. One day, he held my hand for the first time. My heart jumped. I knew. I loved him. He loved me too. Farhad and I spent almost every day together. We studied, walked, and shared meals. I liked the quiet moments more than the loud ones. Sometimes we just sat by the river and watched the water flow. He told me about his dreams of a fairer world. He wanted to help people, to speak for those who had no voice. I admired him for that. One day, there was trouble at the university. A teacher treated students unfairly. Farhad could not stay silent. He spoke out in front of everyone. I was afraid. I knew that speaking like this could be dangerous, but he was brave. I watched him stand tall, his hands shaking a little, but his voice strong. After that, things changed. Some people looked at him with anger. He came to me one evening, tired and worried. "Zara," he said softly, "if I fight for what is right, I might be in danger. But I cannot stay quiet. I cannot." I held his hand tightly and whispered, "I am with you, always." That night, we promised to stay together, no matter what. I felt a mix of fear and love. His courage made my heart ache and swell at the same time. One night, everything changed. Farhad did not come home. I waited for him, calling his name in our small apartment, but there was no answer. My heart beat fast, and fear filled every corner of my body. I remembered the protests he joined that day. Could something bad have happened? Then, my phone rang. It was a voice message. I pressed play. His voice, calm but sad, filled the room. "Zara, if tomorrow I do not live, please, live without me. But do not forget me." My hands shook. I fell to the floor, clutching the phone. The words repeated in my mind like a painful echo. I ran to the streets, asking people, searching every corner. But Farhad was gone. Days passed, and I could not eat or sleep. I could only remember his smile, his kind eyes, and the soft sound of his voice. The city seemed colder, empty without him. 1 week later, they found him by the river, lifeless. My heart broke in pieces. I held his picture, crying until my tears were gone. I whispered, "Farhad, why?" But there was no answer, only silence. Now, I sit by the river where we used to walk. I tell our story with a trembling voice. People listen, but they cannot feel what I feel. My heart is heavy, full of love and grief. Farhad's smile, his soft voice, and his courage live in my memory. Sometimes I play the last message he left me. His words echo in the empty room. "Zara, if tomorrow I do not live, please live without me, but do not forget me." I press play again, tears falling on my hands. I cannot forget him, and I never will. Life goes on, but it is not the same. I continue my studies. I walk in the streets. I speak to people. But always, I carry him inside me. Every river, every book, every quiet moment reminds me of Farhad. Love can be gentle and strong, but sometimes life takes it away. I survived, but my heart remains with him. I tell this story so the world knows our love. Farhad was brave, honest, and kind. I loved him, and I always will. Days turned into weeks, but I still feel Farhad near me. I walk past the university, remembering how we met in the library. Every corner has a memory. Sometimes I talk to him silently, as if he can hear me. It brings me a small comfort. I visit the river often. I leave flowers there, hoping he would know. I tell the water my secrets, my fears, my love. The city is alive, but my world is quiet. People tell me to move on, but how can I move on when part of my heart is gone? I try to help others like Farhad wanted. I speak for students who feel afraid. I help those treated unfairly. It feels like carrying his spirit in me. I feel his courage in every word I say, every small act of kindness I do. Sometimes at night, I hear his voice in my dreams. He smiles, holding my hand. I wake up with tears and a bittersweet feeling. Farhad is gone, but our love teaches me to be brave, gentle, and honest. I live with him in my heart, and I will never forget him.